Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a front window motor, also how to replace just a regulator on this Chevy Colorado. I'm going to show you the driver's side door. Passenger side door is basically the same. It's a fairly easy replacement. The tools you'll need are a Phillips screwdriver, a 10mm socket with a ratchet extension, a Phillips head socket driver, and a pair of pliers. There are two screws right down in here. Phillips screwdriver. And remove these. Pull this up. Turn it over. Get the screws out. Okay. These disconnect just by pressing on little tabs. Pulling out. And then disconnect our mirror switch as well. Okay, and there's a screw you want to remove right in there. Just remove that screw. And this bezel comes off, and then you can just kind of go right around the door panel and give a good firm quick pull. Remove this up here by pulling it out and then up, and the door panel comes right off there. And there's a little connector here for your speaker. Just press in on a tab. You want to carefully remove your water shield. Do your best not to rip it or tear it. And the stuff, it's stuck on with some kind of a butyl kind of stuff that it's really sticky, but you just work at it and it comes off. Okay, if your window is stuck in the up position, what you'll want to do is remove these 4 bolts up here. Okay, as well as these 2 nuts here. And that'll allow your window regulator to drop down and your window to drop down. You can reach right in here and you'll see a brown clip, and there's a tab right on top of it. You just push down and pull that off. And I'm going to fast forward here as I remove the nuts and bolts that hold the regulator in place. Once you get to a point where the window starts slipping down, just be very careful not to get your hands or fingers pinched anywhere between the window or the regulator or any of the mechanism or metal. Okay, now carefully, you're going to hold the window up and take your regulator out, and then the window comes down. Okay, you can see there's a bolt right here. Okay, so as it slides down, remove this bolt here. Tilting the window, the regulator and everything. Okay, tilt the window up and remove this bolt. Once you do that, then you pull the window right up and out. You can take your regulator back and out. Okay, this spring provides a counterbalance. Let's take a pair of pliers and take it off just to avoid any snapping of the. Okay, for these screws you're going to want to use a driver bit like this. Okay, with the handle. Okay, once you get that off, then you can remove your motor. This motor's in fine shape. I'm just doing this to kind of show you. So we can put it back up in place. Put the screws back in.
I'll just speed it up here. I start the screws in by hand first, then use my bit and ratchet to tighten them up nice and firm.
Okay, turn it back over. Actually put it on just with your hand. Make sure that balance spring is back on there. And what we'll do is go like that. Slide it in here. Got the bolt there. The stud comes in right there. We'll put a nut on there to hold it in place. And then this will push. Okay. I got the nut in place there and slid in. Nut on here. Okay. And then put our two bolts in here and tighten everything up.
I just speed up here as I tighten all those fasteners up. Nice and firm. You don't want to over tighten them, but they need to be nice and snug to hold everything in place.
Okay, now slide the window down in carefully. What you want to do is keep it tilted and make sure you get the front in the window channel here. Okay, so I've got the front in. Make sure the back drops into its channel. Okay, and get the window in there so it slides up and down well. And bring it right down.
And I'm going to fast forward here, slide the window down, and then you line up the holes where you attach the window to the regulator. The front hole can be accessed through an oblong hole in the door. Little hint, if you're putting in a regulator that's not already in this position, then you can just hook up the connection, hook up your power window switch, and move the regulator up or down to wherever you need it to line up.
Okay, reach back behind here, plug our lead in, turn the key on. Our battery's a little bit weak, but other than that, it works nicely.
And I'll speed up here again as I put that water shield back on. Just a little tip, there are two holes in it where you have the two screws that go down into the door pull. Just make sure those are lined up and then just kind of stick everything back in place and get it on there as best you can.
Okay, before you put your door panel back on, a couple of my clips didn't come with the panel. So I'll just pull them off, needle nose pliers. Okay. They just slide right in to the panel. Okay, put your panel back on, hook in your speaker. Okay, hang the panel up. Right there. Pull your harnesses through. Take a peek back here, make sure your clips or your pins are going right in to the holes. Okay. This you kind of pull out on the panel a little bit. Put it in place. Put this in place. Push it in. Phillips screw. Firm. Okay. Plug your mirror switch back in. And then the two connections for the window switch.
And we'll just fast forward here as we put those two Phillips screws back in, tighten them up nice and firm, and you're all set. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.